Hello everyone, just a follow-up from the Gemini electronic machine that I just purchased. I did do a video where I was so excited because I was. No more cranking off my hands. Now I did have a lady ask me, she was having problems with the sandwiches with the Stampin' Up! Embossing folders. So I thought I'd just run through quickly what I have sorted out for myself. So if you're just doing a normal embossing folder, you're just going to use your two clear plates. So you're just going to have your one clear plate, then you're going to put your cardstock in your embossing folder, place it on there, and then place your second clear plate on and run it through. Very easy. Now where I think the lady had a problem with was the 3D embossing folders. So what I do, I've got the Scripty 3D embossing folder from Stampin' Up, and I've also got the other one I grabbed very quickly was the Brick and Mortar 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to run those through. So what I use is one of my base plates, and then I'm going to grab my magnetic shim. Okay, and just make sure that they are sitting nicely on there, they're not overhanging or anything. And then I'm just going to grab some cardstock. So I'm just using a scrap cardstock just for the demonstration. So I'm just popping that inside the 3D embossing folder Brick and Mortar, and it's also a Stampin' Cut and Boss embossing folder. And then we're just going to put our plastic shim over the top. So it's the plastic shim is a lot thinner than your second plate. So we're just going to turn our machine on. And what I like to do, I like to hold it all the way as it's going through, so that magnetic shim doesn't move. So that's gone through with no problems at all. And then you've got your detailed brick mortar. So there was no problems at all with that sandwich. Okay, so that's the brick and mortar, and I thought I'd just do the Scripty 3D folder for you as well, just so you can see. So we're just going to pop that in there. So we've got our clear base plate, our magnetic shim, then your embossing folder with the cardstock inside, and then your plastic shim. And I do like to rotate the shim, just making sure it's all equal like that, and holding it until the machine grabs it. It's going through. So there we go, no problems at all with that one either. So hopefully you can see, most probably should have done it on a different colour. There we go. So it's very, very good how it goes through, no problem at all. Now I do have the Stampin' Cut embossing folder heirloom embossing folders, and they are a little bit thicker, but I just did the same thing. And when I did it earlier, I didn't have any problems, so let's hope I don't have a problem this time. So it's just the clear plate, the magnetic shim, and the embossing folder with your cardstock inside, and then your plastic shim. Don't use both of these clear plates because they're too thick. So that's the great thing about the Gemini. It's got several different layers that you can work out, and you're not going to hurt your machine, because if it doesn't want to go through, it's going to stop and reverse out. Okay. So there we go. And then if you had, now look how beautiful that is. That's really embossed that really well. So then if you had the dies, which I'm waiting for mine because they're on back order, you could go ahead and cut out that heirloom die. So I hope that helps the lady that was asking me if I'd had any trouble with the embossing folders. Well, there you go. Very easy. So I hope that helps.